If you haven't already seen it, this week we take a look at Two Tough Guys.
No.
Two Bank Robbers.
No.
Too Fast, Too Furious, the squeakquel.
It's Two Guns. The title is right there.
I don't get paid to read.
You get paid?
Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg go undercover as bank robbers in this high-octane buddy comedy shoot-'em-up.
But the mission takes a turn for the deadly when they steal money from the wrong bad guys, the CIA, who are bad, apparently.
Now, Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg are always good, and this movie is no exception. They work well together as two mismatched, wisecracking lawmen who have to set aside their differences to solve a big case. And that's both a pro and a con. Now, on one hand, they deliver fine performances. On the other hand, once again, we're seeing two mismatched, wisecracking lawmen who have to set aside their differences to solve a big case.
I agree. I think that the chemistry between Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington was great, and I hope that we see them paired up again soon. However, there's a smidge of lazy writing that made it into the script. For example, they do a great job of explaining why the DEA needs to rob the bank, but when they get on the Navy side, they kind of gloss over things. It's as if they said, "We need you to rob that bank, sailor, because..."
Now, I had a problem with how they portrayed robbing a bank with clown masks. They made it look a lot easier than it really is.
You know, these masks looked a lot cooler in the movie.
Yeah, but we totally redeem ourselves with these guns.
That's what I'm talking about.
To really enjoy this movie, you have to go in with the assumption that pretty much every branch of the US government is corrupt, and that Bill Paxton isn't channeling evil Foghorn Leghorn, and that the only obstacle preventing you from crashing onto a Navy base is a flimsy toll booth arm, which, according to the naval lieutenant that I was watching the movie with, isn't.
Now, I know buddy cop movies are less about the plot and more about the interplay between the two stars, and while these guys certainly make for a compelling duo, I'm not so sure it's worth forking over $9.50 for a ticket. I say skip it, at least until it hits Netflix or Redbox. Two Guns is by no means a bad movie, but it follows a well-worn formula and just doesn't really bring anything new to the table.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, see it, but don't feel like you necessarily have to rush out to the theater. This is a movie that's gonna be just as good at home with a couple of beers, possibly even better. And this recommendation comes entirely from the performances of Marky Mark and Alonzo. It has nothing to do with the person who spent 5 whole minutes naming this thing.
And remember, never rob a bank across from a donut shop, and you can catch all of our reviews on Facebook, Twitter, and WJTV.com.
That worked surprisingly well.
Yeah.
What'd we get away with?
Booyah!
Suckers.